Folks, today's soap is brought to us from FuzzyFace soaps. This one here is called Naked. It's because it's unscented. Plastic container, 4 ounces, and that's what it looks like there on the inside. This is tallow-based soap also, if that matters to anybody. I've got a link down below if you want to check out the products there. This one here, I think the 2 ounce one costs $5, and I think the 4 ounce costs $10, if I remember correctly. Pretty inexpensive. I'll get in more into why a unscented soap here in just a moment. I'm going to follow the shave up with the Clubman Musk. This one here I don't see used very often. I like it. It smells great to me. But anyway, I have it whipped up here in a fine accoutrements lathering bowl. Not quite drippy, but it is well hydrated. This is a Mac Metalworks brush with a synthetic knot. I think this is a whip dog knot. I've had this one here for a few years, but it whipped up really nice, as you can kind of tell there. It didn't take very long at all for it to whip right on up. Going to be using, this will be the second shave with the 1-blade hybrid with the feather blade. Usually the second use on this blade is about all the further I can get. And if you missed the first video, this is what the box looks like for the feather blades. And I already put a hot towel to the face this morning, but go ahead and get started with the face and get the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Pre-Shave Ice Cube. There we go. Get started this morning, so we'll see how the second use on the blade works out this morning. There we go. It didn't take very long to get this worked into the face. There's one thing that's nice about it, as well as the fact that it comes in it's a huge cube. It'll last you forever. Guess you might say you get your money's worth out of it. The menthol in the ice cube, I don't think it's over the top, but it is something to be aware of. If you're a little sensitive to the menthol, you can get one without the menthol. With this one here, my nose picks up the menthol. Great for my nose. It's going to be another warm day. We're expecting to be up in the 80s. I think later on this week we're supposed to be, what, 92? We're going to be all over the map with the weather, I have a feeling. It still hasn't quite figured out which way it's going to go just yet. So we might get a few more days of quote-unquote cooler weather. I know about 9:30 last night, it was 82 degrees. Almost sounds like a summer night, doesn't it? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if the camera does this justice and how well this lathers up and how thick and, I guess you might say, creamy it feels. Feels pretty nice. Like I said, with this particular blade, the second use is about all the further I get out of it. And where it becomes really noticeable is on the against the grain pass. With the grain, still feels pretty nice and comfortable. I find this razor really easy to use. I mean, you can kind of tell how it is really easy to use. Goes right through the whiskers without a problem. With the grain, across the grain, and then usually it's against the grain that starts to get kind of noticeable. For me, I find it interesting how quick a blade will, how can you say, start to feel dull. Especially with this beard type. I know it's hard on blades. Always has been. Especially back in the day of using cartridges. It's pretty hard on blades. As it goes for why an unscented So if you want to become a mad scientist, if you will, each bowl that you lather up, or face lather, however you want to do it, if you can create your own scent for each shave and still use the one and only soap, especially if you like the soap base. So you can find some essential oils and add it to, like I say, each one of your shaves, each one of your lathers, and only have the one soap. I couldn't tell you who came up with the idea. I know it's been around for a moment. I know that me, myself, the first time I ever saw it was through Classic Shaving. Some of you might be familiar with Grim Soap. I know at one point in time they had something like that set up, where you can add your own essential oils to, well, they actually sold it along with it. I guess you might say like a kit, where you can customize each one of your shaves to your liking. So if you wanted more of a particular essential oil than maybe what you could normally even get in already pre-made, you can adjust it to your liking, which makes it pretty nice. For those only want maybe just a little bit of peppermint, this soap is really nice. It still feels creamy on the face. Face feels nice and smooth, soft. To me, that's always a plus. Alright, here's the telltale sign, getting ready to do the against the grain pass. But if you like to spend a little bit of time tinkering with scents and that sort of thing, find your own essential oils and whip up your own flavor, if you will. Against the grain, where it's going to typically where it gets is when you get closer to the heavily populated areas. That's when it starts to really struggle. It's a little bit noticeable when you get on the sideburns, but right through there, it's when it really starts to show, I guess you might say, signs that it's done. Not quite as smooth as the rest of the shave. Now, if you don't do against the grain pass, or what is considered against the grain for you, you might get one more use out of the blade. I know for me this is about it, because the alum block is going to tell me how things went. But for me, this razor is really easy to use. I do enjoy using it. It makes a Monday morning where you're blurry-eyed, not ready to go back into the office, makes that shave a lot easier. Less focus on the shave, and especially if you're whipping up your own scent, you can start to figure out if you added too much or not enough, or if you want to combine a couple of scents. Pineapple and orange, strawberry and banana, a lot of those kind of flavors that maybe some folks don't particularly care for. Now, as it goes for finding those scents, in other words, I doubt that you're going to be able to find very many stores where you can just walk in and order. In other words, pick it up off the shelf. You probably will have to order it. All right, alum block. Yeah, this is the part. Because typically, in other words, right through there, it's going to start stinging. When you get closer to underneath the chin, it's stinging. You I could tell, I'm kind of used to the telltale signs right through there, just bits and pieces is stinging. And plus you can kind of tell how it's going through the whiskers. Now, my past experience is on the third shave. That's when it's more or less like a wholesale stinging all over the face, and the shave just doesn't feel quite as smooth. Your experience with the blade could be totally different. You can get maybe 3, maybe even 4, depends on your density of your whiskers or whatnot. Witch hazel, Humphreys, unscented. It's kind of funny. Speaking of the unscented soap, it has what I would consider maybe a light scent to it that's naturally occurring. During the shave, I don't notice the soap scent that's naturally occurring. When I just open up the container, put my nose down in there, I pick it up, but as I'm lathering and as I'm working with the face, with the lather and whatnot, I don't notice a scent. So there is that, if you're kind of wondering, because I know some unscented soaps have a naturally occurring scent. Some are stronger than others. This one here, like I say, it's got one, but it's really light. I never really noticed it while I'm shaving with it or just whipping it up in the bowl. It's just really not noticeable. I do have a link down below if you want to check out some Clubman products as well as this one here. It comes in 2 different sizes. 1.75 ounce, I think, is the smallest one that this one comes in. And I think the website that I got linked down below sells it for, I think, maybe $4, something like that. Can't remember off the top of my head. But you can find some of these at different locations. I do like this one here. To me, I think it smells good. And in my opinion, it's not real expensive either. And if you're unfamiliar, it's what it looks like through the on the sticker, through the container. Plastic container at that. Quick, easy shave for a Monday morning. Took no time at all. Just a little bit of stinging through there, but it'll be all right. Great shave for this morning. Hope everybody's doing well on the Monday morning. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.